Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to our Thursday night OpenTTD Series 11 Let's Play. How are we all doing? We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Well, I say we're doing pretty good. Overall, things are good. Unfortunately, tonight, I'm not 100%. So if we have a little bit of a shorter stream than normal, that will be why. I won't bore you with the details, but I've hurt my eye. This one here, and it has some pain, and that is now causing me headaches and things, but fingers crossed, it's nothing major, and it's getting better, so it'll be alright. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing better than I am, eh? I hope you're doing better. So thank you very much, Carl. Now we got the timer would normally
Things don't go wrong. They just get interesting.
They just get interesting. Please bore me with the details. Not necessary. We're going to crack on tonight. We're not going to have the timer that we normally have. I'm going to get through the news a bit, and we're going to get straight into the gameplay. How did you hurt your eye? Not 100% sure. the jury's out on that. Okay. So, yes, we're just going to get through this bit, say hello, and get straight after it. So, we're going to crack on. Monthly giveaways are currently on. Go to portal.masterhellish.net to take part in them. Farm Manager 2021 is this month's giveaway. We're getting close to being able to... Hang on, is it tonight that we're going to say who's going to win? Let's have a quick look. No, I think it is next week. Next Thursday is when we're going to draw the monthly giveaway and find out what the next one's going to be. We've got our community gaming night on the Variety channel on Monday. That is going to be Age of Empires 2 again. We had some good fun last time, so hopefully we can get round and do that. So if you're not familiar, the community gaming night, there's a channel in the Discord. Go check it out. There's a link to the Discord at my website, but also there is a link to the Variety channel, which you'll need to go to check it out. So there we go. Did you sleep wrong? No, it happened at some point yesterday. I have no idea why. I think it's feeling better today. I'll probably go and see some sort of optician tomorrow if I can, just to be sure. Now, if we've got the Hellish weekend coming up in September and a LAN party, so Nottingham and Barnsley, if you want any more information, let me know. We have an OpenTTD server now, a Master Hellish public OpenTTD server, a community server. All the connection information and the rules are in the appropriate channel on the Discord, and it is fantastic to see everybody in that channel playing the game, enjoying it, helping each other out, letting each other, working things out together, even though they're playing in different companies. So hopefully that will keep going and everybody will keep enjoying it. I am looking in. I've gone onto the server a couple of times, and I popped in there, and there was a question from some of the players that was happening. That question I've made into a short, so keep an eye out for that coming sometime soon. We have an OpenTTD viewers game. Now, off the top of my head, I can't remember when that is. It's in the next... Oh, hang on a minute. I've got it down here. So it's going to be on August the 9th, okay? Now, there's no stream planned, scheduled for it just yet. But if you go over to the Discord, there's an event planned for it. So check that out. And that's pretty much it. Make sure you do like the stream if you're enjoying it. It helps things out around here. And you could subscribe. Our number of subscribers are going up. There we go. We've got 33,167. I think it might be cool to have some sort of acknowledgement for 33333 at some point. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? I think I've got something planned for that. I think I have. And there we go. There we go. Thank you very much, everybody. Good evening. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. Yeah, but apparently the community server is going to get Maglev sometime soon, so that's quite cool. That server will get reset and a new map put on it when it gets forward. So that was good. Fran the Man says it's 6 weeks tomorrow till the Hellish weekend. So if anybody wants to join in. Yeah, from what I understand, there is one space left on the VR session that we're planning. I don't know about that. And Guardian of the Moon says, I can't run parts of the server anymore due to the amount of vehicles. Yes. So there we go. Right then, I think we're all good. If I'm feeling better tomorrow, I might do some lunchtime PUBG, Brandon. So keep an eye out for that. Let's jump into the game, shall we? Let's jump in to OpenTTD. Here it is, our Season 11 Let's Play. Now, last time we upgraded the world. Well, most of the world. Okay. Yes. So, let's see. Here we go. Look, so this particular station en route here, that's Maglev. But so is... that's a road. That's not a track. Come on, Hellish. This one's Maglev. And that's Maglev. This one's Maglev. They're all Maglev. Apart from the one that goes around the edge of the world. That's Vactube. That's pretty good to have that. I don't know if there's any trains going on the Vactube line still. Pretty sure there should be. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. So we've got these pods that are pulling these carriages. They're really slow. But if we group the shared orders, we've got some going clockwise and some going anti-clockwise. And they're making quite a few million. Which is quite good, isn't it? So that's all fine and dandy. So how do you lose profit with Maglev? Well, this is what I'm getting to, Guild Games. For some reason, when we converted the world from various different track types to all Maglev, profits are going down. If we look at the operating profit graph, you can see there is a downwards trend. Now, you might think there's not much of a change there, but on a network of this scale, that relatively small change is quite big. Okay, look, let's have a closer look. Here we go. So it's going from somewhere in the region of probably 57 million all the way down to about 53, 54 million. That's the straight bit, but it's not straight, is it? It's like this. It's going down. And it's probably going to keep going down. So we need to fix that today. And that's what we're going to be concentrating on. We might do some other bits while we're going. Daniel says, hello, nice to catch you live. It's good live. We get some extra interaction live. That's why I like live. Alright, how's it all going? Evening, hello, welcome. Mostly good, thank you very much. In this station was actually 3 different transport types. Now it's just 2 because we did the upgrade. So, one of the things I think the problem is we've got too many trains. Okay, now we discussed this briefly last time, but essentially, when you've got a certain amount of cargo that needs shifting, right, and you've got vehicles that can shift a certain amount of that cargo, you need so many of those vehicles to do all of the cargo, right? You need a certain multiplier. But that depends on how long it takes for the train to get from one place to another and back again, right? Because once it comes back, it then fills up the slot and is able to then take more cargo. Now, if those trains, same number of trains, are running faster than what they were before, they'll get back to the beginning of the stack quicker and be able to take more cargo. So you actually need less trains with faster trains, right? And because we need less trains, they're stacking up a bit, and we've got some trains doing nothing. So I think that's the first thing, okay? So the number one thing that we need to look at is the number of trains. Okay? But I'm also thinking there's probably going to be a few other key things that are causing problems. Okay? Do Maglev carriages hold more stuff? See, that's one of the things that we could potentially look at. Usually, yes. In our case, I don't think there are, because I just converted the engines and moved the carriages over. So that's something we'll have to check. Yeah. We've got a question here on Twitch. It says, has the price of passenger mail gone down, or is that negligible? I don't think the cargo payment rates change. Right, the cargo payment rates are the cargo payment rates. So if we disable all of these, put passengers and mail in, we put goods for a comparison. Remember, this is furs, this isn't vanilla. And we could probably... I'm trying to think of another good comparison one. Goods is usually a good comparison, right? Maybe we can just throw diamonds in there as well. Okay? So you can see that it doesn't really change. So... that is something else we need to have a look at. I think right? I think the first thing is we've got too many trains. We don't need so many. And it might well be that on some slightly longer lines, maybe like the alcohol line, right? Like this one, we are getting trains coming in, doing their journey and coming back and just having to wait. See, this one here is just waiting. We haven't got any in the depot, but look at this. We've got a snake of trains just sat here waiting to go into the depot, go into the station, because they've just done their job. Now, if we bring back all the labels and so forth, I had them finished, hidden, then you can see that some of these are just sat here loading, and the trains are just slowly filling up and snaking in. That's a bit weird. I wasn't expecting that train to cross in this manner. I mean, when you look at it, it's obvious that it will, but... Oh, it wanted to get to the first platform. Okay. Doesn't matter. Joke says I just posted something in Discord. I hope it's relevant because... Let's have a look. Joke is posting the monorail vehicles versus the standard rail vehicles. And it looks like they carry the same amount. I think it depends what mods you have potentially as well. So there we go. Alright, bear with me a second. Got to go back to where I was. There we go. So yes, I think we've got too many trains. These are all just sat here slowly snaking in. They are coming into the platforms though, but it's taking time. So let's get this one and a few behind it to go to the depot. We'll do some of this on some of the few key routes. Brandon says, is that possible in TTD's language? Not quite sure. Oh. A script to change prices over time. I don't think there is an option in the API to do that. Oh look, that one missed the depot. Okay, hang on a minute. I need to be quicker with this. There you go. Depot. You go to... Why are you just sat waiting? I told you to go to a depot. Is the back of one train causing a problem with the other? Let's have a look. So if this train sat here waiting... Oh, it didn't stop. It's taking 3 minutes to enter the server. The server's pretty busy, eh? See, that one is stopped here. And they're all just sat there loading. This one will not go to the depot because the back of the train's in the way. Yeah, I don't think there's much we can do about that. Unless we extend these lines at the back of the station out a little bit. So we'll send a few more to the depot. We've got too many trains sat around waiting, not doing anything. Now, one of the other things that we noticed last time is that when I converted these trains, or some of these trains, we used to have double-headed trains for some of the journeys, especially around on the older track, like this. Now, if you look here, that says running cost is 7,000. If we go back down to one of these ones, the running cost is 3,300. The running cost is double because you've got more engines on there. So I think what we're going to have to do is get rid of some of these double engine trains. Okay, so that's the second thing we're going to look at. So if we go down here and have a look, so we're going to have to go in here and send a lot of these to the depot. But what I'm thinking is, instead of doing like 1 million trains, see that one can't find the route to the depot. That's because it's coming into a terminus station. When it turns around, it'll probably be fine. There you go. So we're going to have to do these in like groups, because I'm not going to sit here for 3 hours modifying all of these trains. Okay, we've got a few more trains there going to the depot. Send a couple more. So wherever we see trains unnecessarily queuing, we send them to the depot. Wherever we see double-headed trains, we send them to the depot. And that's just some of the key things we're going to be looking at. Now, I'm also willing to take suggestions, but I've got a funny feeling if we sort those two out, we'll mostly be alright. Why won't that train... Oh, there we go. So that's two of them there. Sorted. And this one's in here as well. Train 59 seems to be doing something completely different. Actually, Train 59, seeing as you're here anyway, right, let's sort you out. There we go. So this is going to cut down a lot of the cost. There we go. So we've got a couple. We've got another one waiting in there. We'll get rid of that one. Send those two on their way. Come on. Get rid of that train. Like I said, I'm just going to do these in batches, in groups. Because it's going to take a potential eternity. There we go. How are we getting on? We've got one here that can't reach somewhere. I think maybe it just exited the wrong direction, so we'll ignore that for now. I think we've got one more in this group to do. There we go. Might get a little bit of a money back, yeah. Can you group by shared order as all the trains with a shared order should have two heads? That's true. We could do that. Let's have a look. Shared orders. So some of these trains only have one, which is, you know, that's a little... oh, that's our heritage train. So we're going to keep that one. And then this one's got a couple. That one's in a depot at the moment. Oh, it was in a depot. Turn it around. Yeah, I managed to stop it in the depot. There we go. Now, something else, folks. For some of you may have missed it at the very beginning. But just a quick note. Something's up with my eye. It's caused me a small bit of pain and given me a bit of headache. So tonight's stream might be a little bit shorter. We'll see. And... but some good news is that even though... I don't know if it's good news. Alright, let's start with this. Good news, bad news. Bad news is that my next video is going to be later than what I originally planned. I'd hope I was going to give it to you all on Saturday. But no, it's going to be coming out on Wednesday, I think. The good news is it's a belter of a video. So I hope you enjoy that. So you can group by shared orders, but I'm not seeing any real advantage. In fact, there's an extra click because I have to click on the group of shared orders, then come over here and do the thing that I was doing anyway. So let's ungroup the shared orders, and we'll just start at the top and work our way down slowly. That one was in the depot, so we'll turn around and tell it to go to the depot. There we go. And some of these trains we'll get rid of anyway. So one of the services that I think is probably going to be overflowing with vehicles is one of the original ones we did round here, the food service. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Look. So because these trains are faster, they're getting back here quicker, and we have quite a number of trains stacked up and waiting. So all of the ones behind the depot, I'm going to say you, what's that? That one, you go to the depot. You go to the depot. It's just two? Ugh. Okay. What if we then get that one to go to a depot, that one to go to a depot, that one... how many should we send to the depot? Like 3? 4? I think it's 5. Let's get one more to the depot. There we go. We'll see. There we are. So hopefully reducing the number of trains there will help. We can get rid of all the trains in that depot, and then there's going to be a bunch of trains coming into this depot. Why are you dragging the removed loco into the middle bin instead of clicking the bottom bin? Well, the bottom bin deletes all the locos in the depot, and I think there was a loco already in the depot at the time, so I assume that it would potentially cause an error from the other depot, the other loco being in the depot at the same time. So there we go. We've cut down on the amount that are in there. We might need more, but as you can see here, we've got one that's not loading, one that is loading, and then another one that's just coming in. That's about optimal, right? That is pretty close to optimal. Now, obviously, these ones need to be not double-headed, so we'll see. started locos don't get deleted. So yeah, you could do either. Yeah. Right then, and there's another one just coming in, but that's fine because we've got one just leaving. So I think that's a little bit more balanced now. Okay. Hopefully, look, it's starting to level out and rise up. The changes we're making are helping. Bearing in mind, when you move to Maglev, you should generally go up. Now, normally now look, we've got one here waiting. And another one here waiting. So I'm going to send that one to a depot. And we'll get rid of it. There we go. Oh, there's another one here. Let's get that to the depot as well. Too many. The network is too efficient now. Hi, Wim, welcome. Right then, let's have a look. So this bit over here is a little bit busy. There's another train queuing. There's another one queuing there. The problem is these are all going to different places, and I don't really want to ruin that. Hopefully, engineering supplies. That one is no. Don't close the airport. Farm supplies, engineering supplies, and farm supplies. So we should be all right there, actually. Yeah, okay. We fixed that recently. Now, what about here? So here we've got a few trains waiting. And what's on the... You see, look, there's not really any passengers on there. This train's just left. It's got quite a few passengers on there. Not a lot of mail. Okay, that's quite full. That one is quite full. This is a very busy station, though. This is probably a station we were having problems with before. Yeah, there are a lot waiting for supplies there. Yeah. Champagne Supernova. It's a little oasis. There's a little oasis there in the desert. Right, well, we've got some helicopters circling. So this one, I think I've already done. There used to be 3 trains here. Now there's 2. What we got over... Oh, I bet these ones were pretty full before. So, yeah, we got another one coming in and another one coming in. Yep, they're queuing up. Let's get rid of these 2. We'll get rid of this one and we'll get rid of that one. And over here, I feel like... let's see that they're not queuing up there. Look, there's a few queuing up here. So again, the ones that aren't currently loading, we'll get rid of them. Robin's like, hey, late as usual. I'm sure there's some people that are busy doing other things and are unable to join at the beginning of the stream. Look, here again, look. Trains waiting, another one come in, trains waiting. So, we're going to get this one. We're going to say go to depot. We get this one, so go to depot. Operating profits, leveling out a bit. We're starting to do some good work. Yeah, Brandon had a bit of an internet outage. How did you cope without internet for that amount of time, Brandon? How did you manage it? This area around here seems very busy as well, but there are quite a few trains sat waiting to get into that station. See, they're zipping along the lines, and then they're not too bad around the actual junctions. Like, for the most part, you've got like 3 or 4 trains all moving at the same time there without a problem. Until one breaks down, just as I said it. There we go. Yeah. Oh, you had you was playing local games. Yes. So apart from that broken down train, you know, it's not doing too bad there. I think we're okay. So we've got a lot of double-headed trains to deal with still, but that's fine. We're just going to send some of those. Now, I've got to be careful that I don't mix up the ones that I'm sending to the depot to delete with the ones that need to be converted, right? So I'm just going to nip down here and go, okay, that one needs to go. And just get rid of the extra ones without causing too much of a problem. go. And we have got 756 trains. I can't remember how. Oh, there's quite a few trains. Look, they're all waiting for a free path here. Where are they going to? There's a lot of passenger trains waiting. I think as a general rule, like if you're stuck in a depot waiting to go somewhere, there's too many. So they can just go. Let's have a look. We've got one waiting here. No, it was just visiting. There's a couple waiting here. Oh no, they're the ones to delete. Nice. It might be that we end up with a few stations where things are piling up. In which case, we might have to put a few trains back. It seems like there are a lot of... Oh, that one's lost. Yeah, that one's probably going to be fine. As a general rule, it's usually not too bad. Why is that one? That one's just waiting for a free path. Yeah. Any trains that are just stuck in depots, get rid of them. Look, there's a few of them stuck there. Stop them, delete them. Stop them. Is that one halfway out the depot? Nope, stop it. There we go. Oh, it's getting warm in here. Temperature's rising in the office. Let's see what we got. We've got another depot here. There's a train stuck in there. Let's get rid of it. Down to 744. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to add more trains in as we add more lines. But for now, we're slimming things down. And by removing the extra ones, we should end up with a better flowing network that allows a better service and more profit. Seems a bit weird. Get rid of the... Look, some of these have just got negative profit this year as well. Oh my. Hey, look at this. We found a bunch of them. We found a bunch of them. Let's get rid of all of them. Yeah. There's just so many things about... annoying things about upgrading this Maglev. Even Universal Rails can't fix. Well, this is the interesting thing, you see, because normally I don't use the Universal Rails method. And because I don't normally use the Universal Rails method, and I normally do it manually by, you know, deleting all the trains, converting the entire network, and then putting the trains back that I need, I don't normally have this problem, because I only normally put the trains back that I need due to the demand at the stations and how many's there. So... That's the thing. Like, I don't normally have this problem. Right, I don't think we've got many more set. Oh, God, there's a few here sat around stuck in a few depots. So let's get rid of them. Slim down. Then again, right, if they're stopped in a depot, like stopped, then they shouldn't be costing us money, right? It's only the ones that are trying to get in and out that are still running. Like I think they're waiting to leave, sort of thing. These are ones that I stopped previously. There you go. And there's a few more here. There we go. Yeah. Oh, the whole upgrade situation is a little bit quirky, to say the least. Right then, that has removed some trains and also de-doubled a few of them. So we've got one here that needs undoubling. See, if I drag the train, it just deletes it, I think. Whereas if I click the button, I then have to click a confirmation message. So is that better? I'm not sure it is. There we go. Let's get some of these others up here to go to the depot. Right, let's go around and see if there's much going on. Operating profit jumped up and jumped down. We'll have to see. At the moment, it has stopped going down, hasn't it? Okay. Operating profit does appear to be pretty stable now. It was like kind of up here and came down. What I'd like to do is get it to start going up now, which maybe, if you don't look at this last one, then maybe the average is slightly up. Now, let's have a quick look at some of these junctions. Death Junction has a load of trains stuck here. There's a big snake of trains. Again, I think this is just too busy. Right, have we got any trains stuck in these depots? No. What about in this depot? No. Yeah, we've got way too many trains trying. Tell you one thing, right? We need to improve this. This needs to be improved. There is only 2 platforms here, and a lot of trains wanting to go in and use them. So this one wants to come, let's see, wants to come into this particular station, and then I think it's heading back again, or is it going through? It's going through. Some of them go through, some of them turn around. I don't think any of them skip the station, so this particular bit here is pointless. So if we go in Maglev construction, and we do a drag and drop in this orientation, we can put an extra station. Oh, we need to take the signals out. Right, this, hopefully this won't cause a crash. Let's put station in here. So if I put station in there with an allowed backwards signal and then normal signal there, that should increase the throughput of this. Now, one of the reasons why this is a bad throughput station, and by the way, I built this station as an experiment just to see what things would look like, how it would work, etc. You know, with the terminus and the through line and all this sort of thing. But this one's got a bit where some of the trains turn around and go back, and that kind of blocks off the incoming line a little bit. But I'm hoping just having an extra platform here will help. So we'll come back to this. I've just realised I'm taking engines off the train and I'm not putting a carriage on. Hopefully this won't cause a crash. Famous last words, maybe. I think I'm alright. Yeah. Yeah. So let's have a look. Yeah, we got a slight upwards tick there. That's good. Let's see. Let's come back to this one and see if that actually helps the situation. Right. Quick check of the vehicles. Sort by profit this period, right? Because it's December, right? We've got a bunch of trains here that haven't really made much money. This one, yeah, it's on the line that we just looked at. This one's really lost, so we're just unable to find depot. Okay, well, we'll fix that one. We'll fix that one. These are the ones which just go away. We've got one of these trains that's unloading and loading now. Oh, they're fine. That one's okay. Apparently some of these sand ones haven't made much money, but sometimes it can take more than one period for them to be able to actually go around and make any money. See, if you look at their profits last year, that they're pretty fine. What we want to do is look for ones that have low this year and low last year, like this one. This one's a problem. So that one I just sent to a depot. We'll just get rid of it. We probably don't need it. How many passengers are on those trains that are queuing up? Probably a lot. Yeah, we don't need we don't have an explosion sound effect button, do we? Let's see. So let's have a quick look, spot check on some of these trains. So that one is pretty full. There's 314 people on that train. There are 99 on that train. On this train, there is 2. So it's a bit of a mix. We've got a train that's stuck in there. Let's stop it and get rid of it. Yeah, there's a bit of a queue. It's a big queue. I'm not sure adding one more platform is going to fix that problem. How much did you miss? Quite a lot. Yeah, you missed the introduction, the hellos, the news, and what the problem is and how we plan to fix it. But don't worry, right? If you miss some of the live stream, you can watch the entire VOD on the channel afterwards, or you can watch the highlight video that comes out on the channel. Deleting trains, deleting locos. We're also trying to do a bit of station fixing. This junction here looks completely fine. Everything that comes into it is flowing good. So Zagblob junction looks completely fine. And now, the Death junction doesn't, but we've already been looking at that one. And we already had a quick look at Stevie D's Wonder Loop, and apart from a train that broke down on the loop, it's actually flowing quite nicely. Several trains moving in several different directions all at the same time. What happens to the people on the trains they're deleting? They have to get a bus replacement service. That's how that works. So the train just pulls into a depot, and then there's a magic bus. Let's see. What else was there? There's another junction somewhere around here. You can check. Oh, here we go. The Badger intersection. No trains on the Badger intersection at the moment. They're all probably just loading. Shh, don't. Shh, it's fine. Let's see. Okay, the newest Maglev line. The Gecko Depot junction. Yep, apart from the train that just broke down, that's looking fine as well. Are there any queues at this end? No, there's no queues. The trains are coming in no problem. The road vehicle's doing their job. Fantastic. Okay. Let's go back and check the profits again. Because we're... Oh, did I pause? No, we're still on the 26th of December. So what we're doing is we're looking for ones that didn't make money last period, that also didn't really do very well last time. That one... Does it... It's not sorting properly? That's a bit weird. Anyway. See, this one... That's minus right now. But last period it was loads. Yeah. Never reach the destination counter. Yeah, that might be something to look into. So we're just looking for any of these that stand out as having really big problems. That one's waiting for a free path. Well, what we'll do is we'll stop it. You know what? I don't think I'm going to add the extra carriage on. Right? Now, what's happening with this one? Oh, that one's stuck on that particular bad line. Okay. I think we've got one big line that's a problem. So we've got a bunch of trains with... well, we've got a bunch of stations that have too many trains. We've got a bunch of trains with too many engines. See, there's a couple of trains stuck in here. We'll just get rid of them. If there's trains stuck in depots, we're just getting rid of them. Because if they're stuck in depots, I can't get out on the line. See, that one's... They're stopped. But I think these ones are stopped because I was going to de-engine them. So that seems to be okay. Would be nice to be able to order by like running status. Like, is it stopped? Is it lost? Is it started? You know? I forgot to add the carriage. Yeah, I know. I haven't been adding carriages. Right, let's go back down to this station, see how things are getting on. So trains are coming in and they're feeding out. I hope they're doing quite well. Are we we're going to end up with a backlog coming the other way now, maybe? I am seeing a train waiting, so maybe we need to put a station in the other side as well. Let's put the signals in. Again, removing these ones shouldn't cause a crash. I thought there was going to be a crash then. There we go. Just need to make sure that the signals on the end of the platform are okay. There we go. So hopefully that will help with the throughput. Yeah, loading and unloading. I mean, we could potentially get another platform in if we got rid of this road. This junction would have to move back a little bit or have another kink in it. The town would probably let us get rid of the road. And I think maybe adding another platform might be a good idea. We'll see. One question. Do you use automatic wagon replacement for both railway and monorail wagons to Maglev? Yeah, they look pretty much identical, but have less capacity. I didn't do anything with the wagons. So, I don't know if I can... I think I might be able to show you. Let's have a look. So that's a railway one. There's the Maglev one, which in this texture pack looks the same. So, there we go. So you can see that the more modern passenger carriage, there, does hold a few more passengers. Not by a massive amount, but by a little bit. Okay. So some of the lines are using the new passenger carriage because they already had it, and some of the other lines are using the old passenger carriage because they already had it. Okay. So some of them have that small deficit, but it is a small one. It's something that I could potentially do. I don't think you can do you can't do a replacement on the wagons, I don't think. That'd be interesting. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Get rid of those wagons. You can. Let's have a look. So if we go manage list, replace vehicles. So the replacement is on the engines, right? I think Joke might be getting confused, right? I'm not sure. If you think you can, Joke, let me know, because it's engine replacement. Like, there's wagon removal, but that's it. Jojan 85, welcome to the stream. You know what? This line here is still backed up to these depots, right? But it's a little bit better. This was right jammed, and now it's starting to have a little bit more movement. Change engines on the left-hand panel. All right, hang on a minute. Right, so we come in here, right? In all of my time of OpenTTD, have never noticed this button before. I can't believe it. What? Yeah, we need a light bulb. What? Brandon's like, wait, what? How long have I been playing OpenTTD? Before it was released as a V1. I need a moment, folks. Hang on. Do I need to put my head between my legs? Do I need to get in some sort of brace position? Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, coming over all funny now. There's always new things to be learned about OpenTTD. That is true. It sounds like a few other... It sounds like I'm not here by myself, right? Yeah. You love the fact that a noob like you knew that. This is the reason, right? This is the reason why I like doing these Let's Play series as live streams, okay? Because it's this interaction between me and you guys, the whole community together, that helps us all grow and learn. How long has that been there? I have no idea. I don't know. If somebody knows when that was introduced. Right. Oh. Okay. This means we need even less trains.
Fantastic.
Fantastic indeed, Franderman. Right. So, on the ungrouped trains, because the other ones are the heritage trains, we're not going to touch them. Manage list replace. We've got two different sorts of engines. So we go wagons. So this passenger carriage seems to only... Oh, no. Do we need the universal rail mod back in? I think we need the universal rail mod back in to be able to do it. Right, let's have a look then. Let's get the GRF. Universal rail type. Add. Don't you guys do this. This is a bad idea. Apply changes. There we go. You found the wagon replacement button when using a different train GRF. Started it with small, yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the first time I've ever used the replacement set. So will that now allow a more universal replacement? Let's have a look. Manage vehicles, engines, wagons, yes. Now, will it work in the standard one? Well, there's two different passenger carriages. Will it work in the standard depot? Let's get... Oh my goodness, there's 2,000 of them? 2,422 passenger carriages. 605 of the new ones. Oh, there's... And then 1,716 of these ones. Well, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try... start replacing... Oh, you can do also replace on the old. Right, start replacing the wagon, that one. We're also going to start replacing this one. What, 2003? Yeah, it's changing, look. 2352, 2340, 328. I can't zoom in and show you at the same time the numbers changing, because whenever I use this zoom and draw feature, it's a screenshot of whatever's there. Everything pauses and then goes back again. Like, boom, the number changed. Fewer trains, not less trains. Hellish, countable versus non-countable. What? I didn't English that. My brain didn't do it, yeah. It is rarely needed. It is rarely needed in vanilla. It's only because I used the mod that I ended up in this situation. Well, if they're all converting, let's do the rest. Right, so this is on the ungrouped trains, right? Yes. So let's get the latest mail van. There are several different types of oil tanker. Just seems to me like I should just go with the most recent one. Yeah, look at wood truck, wood truck, wood truck. How much wood could a wood truck truck if a wood truck can truck wood? There we go. So we need even... Oh, that one's a bigger difference, I think. 25 tons versus 32. I think that one's a bigger percentage. But wood trucks can already truck wood, says Brandon. Are you guys trying to trick me up? Because it will work. Right. Copper ore hoppers. Fruit trucks. Rubber truck. And then we've got the new passenger carriage. The old mail van. A grain hopper. Then I think, that's the same one. That grain hopper is not the same one. That mail van is the same one. That oil tank is the same one. Goods van, yeah. These are all the new ones. Yeah, there's the armored van. Okay, okay, yes. All being converted now. Look at those numbers go. Now this is just going to make the situation even worse. It can carry wood, but it can't truck it. Yes. 2007. What are you talking about? 2007. Oh, there we go. Turns out the wagon replacement has been in the game since at least 2007. You can link the forum post talking about it. I mean, ideally, I'd like to know the version number and see the changelog. I like reading the changelogs of OpenTTD. How much wood can a wood truck truck? Truck if a wood truck could truck wood. Now you're just trying. Now you're just trying to get me to go on. The feature is older than some folks in chat. Yes, that is potentially true. See, in the past, I would never have needed to do this. The reason is because I replaced all the vehicles myself manually without using the mod. When I would do the new vehicles, I would do the new wagons as well. So when I got the new engines, the new wagons, the new vehicles run that. Yeah. Some people was 18 years ago. Oh my goodness. It's before I started my YouTube. Wow. Maybe replace the Vactrain wagons with actual Vac wagons. We'll have a look at that. I don't think the Vac ones are on here. We've got the Hyperloop, which can go into like Swiss Metro or whatever. Oh. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah. Right, so what we're going to have to do is get all the VAC ones on their own order. On their own group. Okay, let's do another one. This is the VAC group. Now the question. Some of these have had the passenger done, but it doesn't look like the mail's been done. There might be an issue. Right, where are the Hyperloops? There they are. Right, okay, so if we bring all of these here. Okay, so that's our VAC ones in. If we go manage list and replace, add shared vehicles, remove all vehicles. Oh, okay, I think that might be new. There we go, can go wagons, and now we can change it. So there's the powered wagon, which is one passenger, and there's the unpowered, which says one passenger. That can't be right. That can't be right, right? You're Beautiful by James Blunt was #1 back in 2005. This feature is that old. It's not one passenger, just don't worry. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? Oh, we've got a new cargo vac, by the looks of it. I mean, it can go away. We're not using it. Yeah, it's probably some sort of placeholder. Let's do it. All the passengers, we're going to go with this. And start replacing. Hopefully, it'll refit them as well. We'll see. So we're looking for these numbers to start changing. They're not. Hopefully they will. What you got to remember is there's only 20 of these trains, so you have to wait for one of them to go to the depot before that number starts. I mean, what we could do with the group is actually just say send for servicing, and hopefully that means they'll just all jump in there. VIP carriages, maybe, yeah. They're not changing. They are not changing. What's going on here? Okay, we've got one going into the depot there. There's two in the depot there. Yeah, these ones aren't changing. I'm beginning... Oh, we had that problem where it needed... I don't think the VAC depot can do it. Right. Because the universal because the universal rail features are for the 4 main rails in OpenTTD, not the 5th vac tube, I'm not sure it's going to do it. Yeah. The GitHub for OpenTTD only goes back to 2020, so you can't find the changelog. Oh my goodness. Right, okay, hang on a second. Let's convert. I think these are going to need to be vac tube. I mean, Maglev. Let's have a look. So where was... Here we go. So let's convert these to Maglev. I can't remember how we fixed this last time, but there's a bit of a kind of issue between the Universal Rail set, Vactube, and Maglev, and the way that it all works. Or doesn't work, I should say. It does appear that none of the vehicles are actually getting replaced, the wagons. I mean, these ones would be quick and easy to do, I just replace the whole thing. Let's see if that helps. Let's get the group. Just tell them to go and service again. We'll see if these numbers change. I don't think they're going to. The wagons can be limited later. Right, there's one going in here for sure. Yeah, they're not getting changed. I mean, I think I'll just redo the trains. And build them properly. Yeah. It was added before version 1. Yeah. Let's get those trains and just send them to the depot. All of the Vactrains, manage list, send to depot. We might actually just replace the whole thing. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Can't believe this feature was here all along. But then again, like you said, like chat said, I've not needed it until now. Right, folks, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I'm going to have a stretch. I'm going to open the window because it's hot in this office, especially with these studio lights and stuff. And when I come back, hopefully those vehicles will have gone in, the VACs will have been sorted out, we can fix a few more problems, check on how that station's doing, see how everything's going. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, we're there now. Oh, that didn't work. Firing all shoots. Okay, well, we broke a solar panel, but... I mean, that was unorthodox, but we landed. Right then. By my reckoning, we've been live about 10... Oh! It's working! It works! Oh, yes! Right, I don't know if I can show this without... Oh, because I'm in the admin end and I don't want to show everything. I can take a screenshot and show you that bit. Oh! This is brilliant! Okay. You going out?
Yes.
Where you going? Into town?
Yes. Christmas party.
Christmas party time for lady. I don't get... No, I missed my Christmas party because... What was I missing? We're seeing family, wasn't we? We're seeing family. But there we go. There's baby Hellish. Somebody will clip that. Let's have one more side view one more time. There we are. Hello? Says donate more, he says. Says donate more. Alright.
Oh no. Oh, nearly.
Got 20 points. Oh, I died.
That looked brilliant on stream.
Oh no, don't clip me.
That was
there's-
brilliant.
Wait, Jack. If it's a ladder, I think if there's a hole, I think of there's a ladder. Yeah.
Ah! This room's a lot better now. Oh my goodness. What exploded there? Hello folks, welcome back. We're cracking on with fixing our company. We got a relatively new person popping into chat. Amazed it took me so long to find this game. Got it last week and entire days have gone missing. Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, well, Brandon says yeah, it is fantastic and free and a game. Yes, if you want to know all about the game, I do have a very nice link, I think. Let me see if my link works. Yep, there we go. Look at this. fantasticfreegames.com/OpenTTD. Yes, the Fantastic Free Games project is a fantastic project in itself. And it'll get there. It'll get there. Found it. The version where automatic wagon replacement was added. It's 0.5.0 release candidate when it came out in December 2006. Guiding the Moon, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I had a question in chat here about what Windows is the Hellish House. Oh, right. What version of Windows? It was a joke because I said I was going to open the window, wasn't it? I thought you was talking about the devices I had. You know what? I think I have a Windows Vista laptop. It's just I don't know the password for it. Oh, I'd love to be able to try and get into that. Where is it? Shall I have a look? Shall I see if I can try and find Phil? It's not where I thought it was, so I'm not going to get it out. I'm pretty sure I've got an old Vista laptop up in the tech archive. Right, so we'll have to see. There are tools for resetting password solving versions window. Yeah, it's a matter of getting around to it, you know. Right, so here we go, folks. All of the Vactrains are now been stocked. What would be lovely? See this managed list? Are there any developers watching? Because if so, how difficult would it be to put an option down here that would be remove stopped vehicles? So all the vehicles in this group that are stopped just get removed. So I don't then have to go round to each. I mean, it's not going to be that bad in this case, but if there was an option just to remove stopped vehicles, it would help with quite a few different tasks, including, ironically, having to upgrade without having universal rails. Okay, so the VAC's still got a few more vehicles on it. I'm just going to put some brand new... Oh, I didn't want to get rid of that. Where's it gone? There we go. Right. Yeah, there's one of the trains. Ah, now I didn't convert this depot. Shouldn't need to, really. Right, all the vacuum tubes are gone. Can we do a brand new one? Right, so what are we going to use? So if we just have a look here at the... And we should be able to just convert it back to VAC, right? Let's see what happens when we go back to VAC. So this is deliberately a Maglev one. Oh, it seems okay. So let's have a look at the two engines we've got here. So we've got the Hyperloop Pod. Speed is 804, which is cool. Then we've got the Swiss Metro one. It goes faster and it can be refitted. Ooh. Ah, okay. I like the look of that. Definitely going to have that there. Then we're going to have this here. And we're going to set it to passengers. Oh, that looks lovely. Now, how long is this going to be? This is going to be length 10, right? So let's go to 6. Then we switch to mail. And is that about right? No, we need more. We need more passengers than that. Let's get rid of that one. Put this back to passengers so it's auto... Yeah. I'm going to get rid of one more mail van. There we go. I like the look of that. That looks cool. What's the capacity? How many does it hold? 3? 768 passengers. Yeah. Brandon says, playing Eve mining gas while I watch is good fun. You know what? One of my favourite games to dual wield is Eve. If I'm playing a game and it doesn't require my constant, complete attention all the time, I love to have Eve in a second window. I actually went through a phase, and this is a small tangent. Well, here we go. It's tangent time. So I actually went through a small phase where I would see how many games I could play at the same time. So I would have various different games running, and some of them I'd be AFKing in, some of them I'd be semi-AFKing in, and then there'd be one that I'd be playing a little bit. So I think at one point I had GTA running where I was playing GTA Online, but you had to wait between being able to do deliveries. So I'd be the character would be waiting for when the next delivery would have to be done from one of my warehouses or something. And that was running in on one screen or in the background. And then I had EVE Online going. No, yeah, EVE Online. And I think I was mining in EVE Online. And I can't remember. Ooh, what was it? It was I was mining, which does require you to then switch targets at times. But I'd made a mining barrage that was specifically designed to go for long periods of time. So it was maximized for cargo capacity and stuff like that, which you wouldn't normally do so much. Normally you just go for mining efficiency, as much mineral from the asteroid as possible, as quickly as possible. But in my situation, I didn't want that. I wanted to be able to let it just accumulate and then come to it and move it. So that was another one I was semi-AFKing. And then I think I was playing World of Warcraft at the same time. And then I think I was trying to do something else. You knew someone who ran like 20 EVE accounts. I know it's pretty cool, isn't it? But I can't remember. I think there was a couple of other games that I was trying to do at the same time, like that. I would love to do that sort of thing again, and I'd love to like show the community me doing that sort of thing. But I don't think there's enough interest. So there we go. Yeah, the passenger count is bugged. Yes, it does appear to be bugged, but it's fine. It's works. So there we go. We've got our train. And we're going to give it some orders. We're going to tell it to just go round the loop. Ooh, I accidentally clicked a train. Oh no, did I? Oh no, hang on. Have I just nuked a load of shared orders? No, I didn't. Good. I thought for a moment then I just accidentally nuked some shared orders. Let's try again, shall we? So we're going to go from here. Where are all the stations? Oh, yep, this station over here. Around the loop. We're just going to go around one way and around the other way with these ones. Why are there no passengers here? Wow, the ratings have gone. And then what I'll do is I will clone the train without holding control. And then we'll go around the other way. So then we end up with bi-directional loopiness. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now what we need to do is clone each one, so we've got a few of them. Easiest way I find to track the numbers is to look at the vehicles at a station, and it tells you the number of how many you've got of each. So I can just go like this and keep an eye on that number until it says like 15 or 16 apparently. Let's go with 20 because that's how many we had last time. There we go. These ones are going to be even faster, right? And we'll let them all go. Yeah. Why not drag the station on the orders list? Could have done that. Yeah, I just felt like just doing it fresh. Don't forget the railway crossings. What about the railroad crossings? Oh, the Lev 3's out. I don't know if that means we have to upgrade it anytime soon. Yeah. Hellish, is it time to update your vehicle replacing tutorial? Do I have a vehicle replacing tutorial? It might well be. Yeah. The passengers were deleted. Yeah. 4 stations, 40 turbo trains. Didn't learn a thing from the Maglev. What you got to remember is that we've got it's going around the entire world, and half of them are going the other way. So we might be all right. Is the Lev a viable upgrade? I don't know. I'll replace the depots back to vacuum tube. Yeah. Let's do that. Vac dep. There we go. There's some here. I don't think there's any on that side. Oh, there is. Those ones are already the right sort. Those ones have changed, and there we go. Right. You don't know how railway wagons ride on maglev tracks. Carefully, says WeJubber. That is probably very true. Probably extremely carefully. Right then, what's next? Let's have a look at how the operating profit's going. Okay. It does feel like a little bit of a downwards trend still. But what you got to remember is we had to stop the vac tube, and the vac tube was making some money. So maybe this will start going up a bit now. How's that station doing that we modified earlier? So there's the station. You can see there's a number of platforms that are just completely empty, right? And that's probably good. That's showing us that we're not, missing out on some throughput here. There are a lot of trains coming down here, but look! Oh, it is clearing! Okay, so the trains are zipping around faster. They've got more wagons. It is busy. I will not dispute that. It is busy. But the actual queue is now only pretty much round the corner. And I think one of the main reasons is these two merging here is causing a bit of a slowdown. So what if we could try and keep an let's put an extra platform in. It's going to be oh no, wrong button. No, it's fine. We're all right. We're all right, folks. Don't worry about it. Let's go back to Maglev construction. And then, oh, we're going to have to get rid of those buildings to flatten this, put one on there. It's not going to be a pretty connection because of the rest of the infrastructure around, okay? I want to change that signal type, but I don't want to cause a crash, so I'm going to leave it. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's just there. Right, let's get an extra platform in. That's going to help. What do you mean too spread out? Oh, it's too spread out? Oh, right, okay. So we've got some spread stations over here for this one. Yeah, we're already at max. We need to bring them in. Let's do that. Move them in. I mean, ideally, I don't want to use spread stations at all. I'd rather use a drop-off service. But this one's already done like that, and I'm not going to change it right now. Okay, we'll just move them in a little bit. There we go. So we've just added another option if trains want to use it. And then what I'm hoping is that we can actually get another piece of track under here. Because a lot of these bridges seem to be long enough to do that. This one doesn't. So we can do this. And it'll give the trains an extra option to come down here. The local authority hate me. Of course they do. Let's make sure there's a signal here before I connect this. Let's hide the bridges. There we go. Yeah, and I think, yeah, we just want to get rid of that one building, really. We don't need that bit of track. So as soon as this building's gone, we'll be all right. Let's see. Who doesn't want that? Gamefin Bridge. Gamefin Bridge? Gamefin Bridge. It's this one. They think I'm medium at the moment. Let's bribe them. There we go. Boop. So now, when this line is full, the normal line for coming in, the train will go into the extra platform, the extra waiting bay there, and it might be that like it doesn't block the junction as much, and we get some extra waiting for the platforms. There is a train that's broken down. Build a statue? Have I not built a statue over here? Egg! Oh my goodness, there we go. Magnets. Yeah, lots of magnets. There we go. Right, so you can see now that we do have a little bit of a queue, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was, and I just made another improvement. What I might do is give priority to the trains coming in here and just remove this and get these ones to wait down there. I mean, it does seem that that is... I don't know, that wasn't really a priority situation, but... yeah, let's take that off. It should help. Yeah, there we go. You set towns to indifferent the moment you learn how. I mean, there are a lot of things you can do in OpenTTD that changes the mechanics in that way. You know, you can set the towns to indifferent. You can turn off breakdowns. And a lot of things like that. Personally, for my style of gameplay, that removes some of the challenge. Yes, I can just bribe them, but bribing them can go wrong. And there's ways, you know, you need to deal with that. So it's kind of part of the mechanics that I enjoy, but everybody enjoys playing the game different, and that's what part of the brilliance of OpenTTD. So now now the vacuum tube's coming back online. We're getting that extra boost back up to where we should be. Let's have a look at the Vactrains. Oh, of course, they're not in their group anymore because they're brand new trains. All right, hang on a second. Can I grab them from here? No, I can't grab them from here. Well, they'll be down the bottom, right? Not necessarily. There we go. So there's some replacement going on here, which has finished because they don't exist anymore. There we go. Fantastic. Now let's have a look at the wagon removal and upgrades. How we get... oh, look at this. Wow. Lots of them have finished. So the old-fashioned passenger carriage is gone. The old-fashioned mail van's gone. Oil tanker. There's still a few goods vans. Wood trucks are done. Armored truck things. Rubber's done. The old passenger carriage. Grain hoppers. Do we get hover vehicles anytime soon? That's not hover, is it? That looks like it's got wheels still. When we get hover vehicles, that's going to be worth an upgrade, right? Can I plant trees around the investigator so they don't catch me with a bribery? That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? That would be quite good. So we've still got a few trains with a few bits and bobs that need to be changed. But overall, most of the wagons have been upgraded. We now have 4,485 passenger carriages going around on the network doing their thing. Which will, you know, hopefully increase things. There we are. There's a train there going through. What, we got ratings here now? Oh, look at that. Outstanding. 100% on the ratings. Da-da! You're in 45, still no hover buses. I think they come out... I can't remember when the hover buses come out. In fact, in theory, you should be able to go into the new giraffe, select hover vehicles, look at the README, and it should give you some information. Now this one isn't the best README, but there is the information that we were looking for. There you go. The first hover bus, 2075. Now that rating is fantastic. Yeah, do we need to branch OpenTTD and get it so that when you get to 100%, it says fantastic? Like, outstanding gets close, but when you get to 100%, it says fantastic. Right then, let's see how much money those trains are making, the Vactrain. Yeah, oh, millions more. Okay, so if I remember correctly, these trains were making somewhere in the region of 4 to 6 million per period. Last period, we got 8 and 10 million. You've been modding it, make it. There's a difference between doing a mod and doing a change to the game itself. Tomorrow night, as long as I'm feeling well enough, we will be carrying on with the modding. And I'll tell you something, actually. Between last time, when we did our test script, and now, I've actually written a brand new script. It's a very basic one, but it helped me make Wednesday's video. How much money is the Heritage trains making? Oh, look at that. Look at these two trains. Our steam train and our Heritage diesel trains actually made money last period. I mean, really, that shape's the wrong shape. Really, it should be more of a... Ah. There we go. And all of these trains are terrible. No, they're not all terrible. We do still have a whole bunch of trains with 2 engines that we don't need and things like that. But I'm going to work my way through them. Okay, we're going to do a few... Look, why is that one stopped? It's probably stopped because I wanted to do the engine. So I find dragging them better because then I don't have to do the confirmation message, right? This one's lost. That one probably won't be lost soon. It's probably lost because I told it to go to the depot and then it went on some sort of diversion to get to the depot, and now it's got to try and figure out how to get back to wherever it needs to be. This is one of the reasons why I say don't put your depots after junctions. Put them before the junction. So there we go. We've got a whole bunch of trains there. I'm going to select the next few trains and say, yep, depot, depot, depot. There we go. And we'll catch back up with them soon. Now, let's check our station down here. How are we... Oh, where is it? Over here. Here it is. So we've added extra platforms. We've added 3 extra platforms to this station. We've added an extra way for the trains to get in if they're coming from a different line. Which doesn't always help. Like, that one had to wait for the other train, right? But at least it's like sat there waiting and you have a chance for the path reservation to allow multiple trains to go at the same time. Because here the train needed to use the same square. Ideally, what we need to do is remove this bridge and give it an extra option there. So then it can come round and in. Yeah. The outside line is unable to get to the inside platform. That is true. Let's give it the option to do that. There you go. There we go. Does the new script tell everyone you're not an OpenTTD developer? That'd be an interesting script, wouldn't it? He is. Very good indeed. Right then. So there. That look. Oh look, the queue's gone. What an absolute success story. Okay, so it just goes to show the whole line isn't terrible. We just had a station that I knew wasn't great for throughput, but it was fine with the amount of throughput we had. The throughput went up, the station was no longer good enough, we added 3 platforms, another way to get in, and you know what, even with these kind of like dodgy corners for the 4th platform going south, the queue's gone. The queue's completely gone. Right, can you do something about the double 45 on the outer platform? Let me have a look at that. So for this one, for the double 45 to go, we'd have to like come out like this. which is fine, except it makes this corner a bit steeper. I think we'll be okay, actually. So we can do that. It makes it much cleaner. We do have then this corner to deal with. Ideally, though, what we should do is come down here and have the other... we're going to do that, actually. If the town will let me, which it won't, we should get the trains to come straight down here from there. And then when I can connect this... I don't know why I deleted an extra building here. I didn't need to. Should we try and bribe them again? Who is it? Now, I think that's a different one. The Glenfrin Bridge. No, it's this one again. They think I'm poor? Okay, here we go. Hope we don't find out. There we go. So now, in theory, we can remove this. This is actually probably better all round. It's less kinking. So that's in this direction. That's certainly an improvement. I'm not sure I can do too much here, because this is the exit bit, right? I'd have to bring this line up here, which I can do. I can do that. Right, there you go, look. Wow. Having two there is actually better, because it allows one to go out on one line, another one to come in. Don't think we need this here anymore, though. It doesn't look the best, but it works fine, actually. There we go. I think we're all right. I think that's okay. We are missing single signals there now, but that's okay. I've sorted that. The signal! Yes, the signal. I've got that feature, that setting. Signal, where is it? There it is. Automatically remove... That's not what I wanted. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Automatically remove signals during rail construction. That's not on by default, but I like to have that on. It can cause crashes if you're not careful. I don't think it's caused any crashes this season, but it can do. Yeah, dangerous setting. Yeah. Go straight out of all the platforms until they have to turn. Well, over here? No, because we've got a junction, you see. So there's a junction here, and it splits off into two different directions. I think this is okay. The signal can be brought forward there, though. There we are. That's even better. I mean, it was fine. It got rid of the queue. It may be dangerous, but it's so soothing to use. Yes, it is. Yeah. We don't have cargo distribution turned on. Now, Twitch chat just said, put some trees around, it's cheaper. Watch this. So the local authority zone for this town is that grey area there, right? It's my understanding that the trees need to be in that grey area to affect the town rating when you place them, which obviously is not easy to do. Now, I'm not 100% sure if that is correct, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong town. This one I meant. There you are. So the local authority zone is a very small place, and then it covers the buildings that it's grown into, but it doesn't cover the land next to them. Yeah, we had a town that was eaten up there, right? Now it's a bit easier to see on a smaller one, right? So let's go to a small town that hasn't grown much, or at all. Maybe this one. Okay, so the local authority zone is like a square like that. Okay? So only if I can plant trees in this area does it affect the local authority. You see, that changed to very good from whatever it was. If we go to another town, maybe this one, what do they think? Got no rating here, right? If we turn the zone on and do trees just outside of the zone, you can see it doesn't give me a local authority rating. As soon as I do it in the zone, it gives me a local authority rating, right? So you can only affect the local authority rating by planting trees in the local authority zone, which is a particular area around the town. When the town grows big enough, this might be a good example. No, that's not a good example because it's not the actual town. This one. There we go. When the town grows big enough, the local authority zone does grow, but it only grows where the buildings are. So if you come out to the edge of the town here, you can see that the grey boxes are on the buildings, and growing trees next to the town here does nothing to the local authority rating. And I can't grow them on top of buildings. So you can't. Once a town becomes big enough, it's not possible to affect the rating with trees. Unless you like delete some of the buildings or something like that. Okay. Right, let's have a look at our operating profit. Oh yes, brilliant. Okay. So, it was going down. We then managed to stabilize it. Okay, that's pretty stable in my book. And now it is pretty much growing. Okay. So with the fixing of the vac tube, changing the engines, doing the wagons, all of that sort of stuff, it's all going up. Works the same other way around with deleted buildings. Presumably, Tim, yes. But because the town zone grows with its own buildings, then it's kind of a null point, yeah. The auto signal removal hasn't caused crashes this season. Everything else has. That is kind of true. That is kind of true. Right then, have we got the zone still on here? Nope. I don't like leaving those zones on. Yeah. Can you see the profit graph in the further in the past? I'm afraid not. I don't think so. Maybe if you change the game year. I don't know if the game keeps that sort of data for that long. Right, all of this looks flowing nicely. Yes, that's good. That's good as well. Okay. There's a little bit of queuing here. Maybe a couple too many trains. Ratings are outstanding. 93%. Pat on the shoulder. Managed to get back to where we started 2 years ago. Hang on a second. I think I remember the values. I mean, this spike here, that wasn't part of the dip. That was an anomaly. Okay, so ignore this spike. We were kind of here. We was in the kind of 50 to 55k million. Sorry. Before the big dip, we were up at about 57, and we're back up to there. So Guild Games is right. We're back to where we were before I did the big upgrade. But you know what? There's now more potential to go even further. So let's get rid of some of these. We don't need them all. So you're going, and you're going. Also, we're going to have a quick look in here. We're going to find any trains that are all stuck in depots. There's a bunch of trains over. Oh, these trains are the ones that I've sent into to D-double. So take the engines off, set them on their way, delete the engines. Oh, I thought I'd pin that. Yeah, so we've still got quite a few vehicles to D-double. But it's not the end of the world, right? And I think if we just do a few D-double-ins here and there... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, you know what? Bye-bye train. If we need more trains, we will get more trains. That's something I haven't done, actually. Is that all of the ones that were stopped? Yeah. Okay, so we need to D-double that one. D-double this one. D-double that one. One of the things we need to do is look at the station list and look to see if there's any opportunities of things that are missing. So I only really want to look at trains, and I only really want to look at... Passengers. Yeah, we'll look at passengers. But I'm not really interested in where we've got too many engine... Oh, I wasn't holding control. There we go. I'm not really interested in engineering supplies and farm supplies because a lot of stations, they can build up where we don't need all of them. D double, so half. Yeah, but if some of them are not a double and they're just one and you do half, you can't have half an engine. So there we go. Let's sort by total weight and cargo. So you can see that down here on the Heritage Railway, we've got way too many passengers waiting. There's not a massive amount we can do that unless maybe we upgrade the trams. Can we do a tram upgrade maybe? Let's have a look at that. Manage list, replace vehicles, passenger tram. Yeah, there is a new tram actually. There's the SH Royal passenger tram we can upgrade for the 3-car tram. Yeah. You can have half an engine, it's called a train wreck. Quite possibly. So let's replace that vehicle. I think that's all of the trams though. And there was only 2 of them. No wait, 30. There's 30 of them. So approximately 1/3 of the trams. Oh! Oh, okay, so that's not even the best tram. I mean, it goes the same speed. Has more traction effort, so it can probably get a bit more of a move on. Let's upgrade that one as well. Okay, so we're upgrading the trams. That will help here a tiny bit, not a lot. Okay, then we've got this one down here. This one's got way too many passengers. This is actually the end of the new main line. You think needs to be more crashes? If you guys want to see crashes, go watch the Destruction Disaster Deathmatch. That's a fantastic one. What we got here? Loads of nuts waiting, but that's because I sent those trains to the depot. So they'll be in either here or here. Yeah, there they are. We'll D-double them. No, don't leave. There we go. That's fine. That was my fault. There's a bit of alcohol here, actually, so let's fix this. Right, we need to fix this. So the length here is not long enough to stop trains being blocked behind. Undo the doubling and get half engines. So what we're going to do is redo this bit and put a bit of a lead going in. So let's get rid of this and we'll get rid of that. Now this bit here needs to be length 10 plus a signal. This one will do to match. Then we'll get rid of that. And what I'm going to do is get rid of the corner because I don't want to cause myself any issues. So I think to start with, we'll try that. Let's let that one go in. Then this one, I think what I'll do is we'll do something quite similar. We'll do it like this. And I think that'll help. I'll put an extra signal there. So the idea here is to get a better flow of trains going into the station. Now obviously the outside line trains cutting onto the inside, probably not good. Let's leave the first 3 platforms dedicated for the inside line. They can then all share the outside line. Because the trains coming on the normal line will prefer the shorter journey going into the nearby platforms, leaving the further platforms more available for the trains going into the depot. Okay. I think that's going to help. It's a small change. But I want to get them onto their loading better. We were getting quite a lot of alcohol backing up. I think it's going to be okay. Right, let's check on some of those trains. Where do we get down to the de-doubling? So we got this one to de-double, that one to de-double, that one. Unable to find route. Try again. Oh, what's this? Stationary vehicles. Ah, it was just because of a quick breakdown. Move signals closer to the junction. Hang on, let's have a look. Where was it again? It was the alcohol over here. Oh, you mean here? Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's not going to make a massive difference, but the idea, I think this will help. There you are, look. So we had quite a lot of alcohol piling up here now. We did, and the ratings started to slip a little bit. But now there is nothing waiting again, so hopefully these ratings will start to increase again. In fact, you know what? I might pin that for a bit. Just leave it up there, keep a bit of an eye on it. Hopefully it goes up above 93. I got distracted. Oh yeah, we was doing a little bit of de-doubling, wasn't I? This one couldn't find a depot. It can now. There we go. De-double. Oh, I sent the wrong one out. Oh no. Oh, what train was that? It's just gone. I suppose that's one way to de-double a train. Oh, there it. I saw it go the other way. I think. Not quite sure now. Where's it gone? We're going to have to go and find that. Wherever it is. Oh, hang on. There we go. Number 26. Oh, thank you. There it is. What are you doing, number 26? These ratings haven't gone above 93%. Hopefully they will. I've got rid of it. There we go. We don't need that. Order by length. You can... Oh, yep. That would have helped. But there you are. Chat jumped in and saved us there. Jumped right in and saved us. Okay. So we're in the process of de-doubling a lot of trains. We've removed a lot of spare trains. We fixed some of the platforms and stuff, including the alcohol line down here. We made it so trains flow into the platforms better and don't hold up trains in this kind of split as much as they did. And this station has been improved with more platforms, better flow, etc. One of the things I want to check now is whether we need to actually upgrade the Maglev. So if we have a look here and go to replace vehicles and go to wagons. Oh, hang on. We've got a few more wagons that have all finished upgrading. So if we stop replacing that one, stop replacing that one. There's just a few on the copper line that need to upgrade their wagons. But if we look at the engines, it doesn't look like the Lev 3 is available yet. Maybe when we saw that notification pop up, it was the preview of the Lev 3 rather than the actual Lev 3 being out. Train 26 lost his job. He probably just got reallocated. It's probably fine. He might be just sweeping the platform down here now, but he's probably still got a job. Maybe he's hunting evil fish down, eh? Yeah. By the way, folks, they're little... I'm just going to do a quick bit of news because some people missed the beginning and there's some interesting stuff going on. So we've got Community Gaming Night playing Age of Empires Monday on the Variety channel. So the Variety channel, there's a link on my website and on the main channel page. You can check that out. And also the Community Gaming Night channel on the Discord. You can check that out as well. There's an OpenTTD viewers game coming up. That one is on the 9th of August, and there's an event in the Discord for it, so check that out. That's going to be interesting as well, because I'm hoping, or do I announce it? I'm hoping to do something special off the back of that game. That game might result in something. And, of course, do like the stream if you are enjoying it. Thank you very much for all your support. On the monthly giveaways on the go at the moment, we're going to give it away next week. Go to portal.masterhellish.net to take part. It's Farm Manager if you want to be in that game giveaway. I think that's everything. Have I missed anything? Anybody think I've missed anything important? Let me know. Right, so what I want to do now, to close off, is to find any more issues that might be happening. Any more points where it's unnecessarily busy or clogged. Like, we've got floating hovercraft still, but that's just brilliant. Yeah. Bring back Train 26. Oh no. Oh no, chat's going to start a campaign. What I don't understand is why trains never use this depot. I have not been able to figure it out. The depot is close enough to the line for them to use it, but for some reason they don't. I don't know if there's a tunnel penalty for depot seeking. Maybe there's a tunnel penalty for depot seeking. Or maybe having a tunnel means that they count it differently. Because that's the only major difference here. Oh, community gaming server. Yes, there is a community gaming server that just got Maglev. Yes, if you want to play on the community, on the Master Hellish community OpenTTD server, there is a public server. All the details are in my Discord, pinned appropriate places, password, and importantly, the rules. Yeah, maybe the tunnels or elevation are causing problems here. I'd like to replicate this at some point and test it. But we'll see. Right, we're just looking for any particular issues, not too many trains queuing, anything like that. There is quite a queue of trains trying to get down here, look. And it looks like they're trying to get in this station. This is a bit difficult though. Have these bridges been upgraded? Yes, those bridges have been upgraded. I mean, it looks like most of the platforms are being used. I'm not seeing too much of an issue there. Maybe if there was... No, I can't see what the problem is. I think it is just really busy there, coming in. That train did just break down. Why is that bridge there? Oh no, that bridge does need to be there. We've got a tunnel coming out under a bridge. Yeah. On the community server, can we remove the wall clock and furs next reset? We'll probably do a new map or something. We'll see. Yeah, how can we improve this? Tell you one thing we could do. We can give the trains access to both the platforms rather than just one set of platforms. That is probably the problem. So trains coming in on this line are the ones that are queuing up the most. And from here, what was happening is that the first set of signals had access to all three sets, where this one only had access in for these two. So putting this diagonal in here activates the third set. Might help. I mean, it will help, but will it help enough? The reason why I tried, I didn't do that was I was trying to avoid having too many trains crossing over in front of each other unnecessarily. Yeah. Maybe we can limit the city growth in the server as well. Yeah, so the city growth is normal on the gaming server, but we think because we're guessing, there's a bug due to the wall clock settings. Like the towns are just growing too much. And that's what I think has happened on this game. Like, if you look at some of my original cities, they're just going absolutely nuts. They're growing every 2 seconds. Yeah. In theory, removing wall clock will be worth it. Yeah. Right. This, I think, still needs to be better. One of the things I think I might be able to do is these trains that are using this extra platform are coming out onto the main line, using the main line and going round. I think we ought to stop them from doing that. It's nice for them to borrow the main line, but it just slows everything down unnecessarily. Okay, so if we remove these buildings, purchase the land, can we build over buildings? I can't remember now. I mean, we might be able to do a tunnel. And try and just get them out somewhere else. I don't think we can bridge over buildings, can we? Yeah. We could bridge over sections of the road. But I've actually managed to delete quite a lot. So maybe we'll come back to that and put that in. And it needs to join up here. So we'll do like a line there. It was nice for it to be on the main line, but it didn't need to be, did it? There we go. So we'll be able to connect that back in once we've finished deleting all this. Hopefully that'll be alright. Yeah. Right. Eventually the towns will hit the path line and find a limit of growth. Yeah, that's true. I mean, what we can do is we can try and sort something out to, like, jump across that. So this is where the pathfinding starts. If it comes down this road, at least I think that's the tile where it starts. Get rid of this. Put a tunnel in. Put a tunnel into the other side of that. Look, the town's already built the road over it. Oh my goodness. Stop it, town. Road, tunnel, there. Right, I put a tunnel in all the way down here. And then connect it up to the existing road network. 1, 2, 3. Here, I think that is, right? I would expect that to help the growth algorithm do a big spurt. Look there. There's a new building already. Like, as I'm talking about it, it's bringing in new stuff. So I'd expect the city to now have like a big kind of extra expansion in this direction. And of course, doing the roads help as well. We know doing the roads help with the city expansions. We've tested this. Yeah, look. All coming in. Claim the land? Yeah, I've sorted it out now. So whilst you won't see many buildings growing along the edge of the town over here, okay, because it's kind of pushed its maximum pathfinding, that tunnel allows the pathfinding to jump to the other side of the tunnel. And away we go. City growth. Now, if anybody was wondering about my city growing challenge that I was doing with the spiral, one of the ways to get the city to grow faster in the later stages, I think, is this. I'm not sure if tunnels only count as one tile for pathfinding, but what it does, right, is if you look at the grid, very often what happens is the pathfinding will like start in the middle and it will go along and it can go round in a circle and it can then go round in a circle again because it just chooses like random directions and it ends up getting lost in the grid and then ends like mid-grid. You don't get to the outside. Whereas if it goes into a tunnel, which is down here, it doesn't have the junction. So even if it does count the squares, It's just going in a nice straight line. Yeah. We had this in our event that we did, in the Christmas event that we did on the Yogscast map. The Yogscast challenge, yeah. You should access bigger airports if you want to upgrade them. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I mean, I've upgraded most of the important airports. Like these ones that are doing the big cargo loads. And these ones. These are all upgraded and sorted. But the ones in the city, that was just like... where are we looking? Yeah, the ones in this city were just a bit of an experiment. I mean, there are a lot of helicopters, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if these helicopters also need updating as well. If we go into and manage the list for replacing the vehicles, it's the best helicopter still. There's not much we can do there. Does that mean you can have a city from one side of the world and then you get a tunnel on the other side of the world and the city grows there? Yes, you can kind of do that. Look at that growth. Right? This is exactly the same city that's growing here. How much growth is happening? Pretty much none. Not necessarily zero, but pretty much zero. You look down here, how much growth? Just while we've been talking about it, all of those buildings have popped up. No, we don't get VTOLs you could get the aviators set and install it if you were playing along. By the way, you can play along to this. There is a download on my website. Right. You know what, folks? I think that is pretty sorted. That is a good fix. Okay, we've saved. We've stopped the profits from going down. We've stabilized the profits. And we've brought them back up to the level they were at before the upgrades. Okay. So I'm quite happy that we've achieved the main objective of today. Now, there's still, like I said, in some places there's still a few too many vehicles. And in other places, we've got to de-double some vehicles. But I feel like we can get back to making new lines, doing new vehicles, doing new routes next time. And I think that's going to be great fun. Now, remember, there is going to be the VOD for this if you missed any of it. Of course, you can wait until the highlight video comes out. Fingers crossed that should be Monday if all goes to plan. Now, at the weekend, I've got a couple of shorts coming out for you. One of them is the teaser for Wednesday's video. Wednesday's video, pretty big indeed. Okay. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support. At the moment, we have just under 100 Viewer Plus subscribers. So if anybody wants to support me directly, Viewer Plus is the best way of doing it. Head out to the website and check it out. But from me, that is going to be all for now. Take care. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, folks. Good night.